So, I was asked to make a video about peeing. So, the question was, do I use STP or stand to pee device? And basically, like, etiquette, I believe, for using the men's restroom. So, to answer the first question, I do have an STP. I considered showing the STP, but I just, I personally don't want to see somebody waving their penis in the camera on YouTube. That's what my videos for, and Pornhub and things of that nature. But so I have the first generation Peacock, which I paid $200 for. I got it's a STP packer and play. So it basically has a rod and you put in there and you can, do your business. I never use it. Well, I don't want to say never. I rarely use it. The advice that I would give is to buy your STP/packer and your play situation separately. Because I made the mistake of purchasing I believe it's 6 inches. And I don't know how familiar people watching are with the male anatomy, the cisgender male anatomy. But it's rare that a cisgender male is 6 inches while not aroused. So you can imagine the issues that I've had with packing. It just always looks like I'm aroused, which makes me feel like I look like I'm a pervert, so I rarely ever use it unless I'm wearing like sweatpants or basketball shorts or something to that effect in public, because I've noticed that women and men as well, everybody kind of watches your crotch. I don't know if it's on purpose, I don't know what that's about, but whenever I'm feeling a little dysphoric or worried about a situation like that, that's when I'll use it. I never use it to pee because, frankly, I always end up peeing on myself. I don't know if it's the way my anatomy is set up. I'm not really sure why. I've tried and tried and tried. One, it's really hard to control your stream, like how much pee you let out. For me, anyway. That could be because I usually wait until like I really have to go to the restroom to actually go to the restroom. Bad habit, I know. But I feel like the base where you actually pee into is too soft, too flexible, so it spills over easily, it bends easily, it's hard to keep in like a cup position. And then also I don't use it because the hygienic portion of it just doesn't sit right in my head. I don't want to walk around smelling pissy during the day or ever. So when I first bought it and I was like gung-ho about using it, I definitely tried to use it. And when I did, I would bring like wipes, like flushable wipes with me, and I would end up taking it off, wiping it out, wiping myself, rinsing it. For all of that, I can just use the restroom. So when I go to the restroom, I just go into a stall and I use the restroom. The fact of it all is that for the majority of the time, 90% of the time, 99% of the time, other men in the restroom don't care how you're using the restroom because you're in there to use the restroom. So they're not sitting here like, I wonder why this guy's feet is turned the wrong way. They don't care. And if they do care, they're not going to say anything to you about it because men don't generally speak in the restroom. Because, why? We're in there to use the restroom. The only time you really make eye contact, which I don't have personal experience with, from what I understand, is if you're cruising and trying to find yourself a date or slash sexual partner, you know, in the restroom. I'm married, so I don't know about any of that. Even before I was married, I wasn't into that. Not my thing. Not judging anybody if it is. What I'm getting at is the restroom is not a scary place to be. Because you're in there to use the restroom. Yeah, I mean, just go. Just go. I was going to the men's restroom well before I was on testosterone. Nobody cares. These days, yeah, no, nobody cares. I've decided that I want to do some mentoring. So I'm going to choose 3 guys. It doesn't matter where you live. That might be in need of some guidance, mentoring, help with resources, things of that nature, that I'm willing to help out. I don't care if you've been on T for 10 years. I don't care if you're pre-T. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you're gay, straight, bi, tri, poly, pan, demi, a, whatever you are, doesn't matter to me. Just I prefer that you identify as trans, because that's what I know. And quick shout out to New York for the boosted anti-discrimination law. I think that's the shit. All the other 49, 50, how many states are there? You know what I mean. The other states need to follow suit and do the damn thing. And I and Elijah, we will be making videos every week. Wednesday will be the dates that they are uploaded from now on. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that that you'd like answered on a video for next week or whatever, make sure you have it in before Monday. Before Tuesday. So by the end of Monday night, so that we have time to make the video and everything to that effect. Also, I don't know if I told you guys this, but we flew to LA on the 9th to shoot an episode or segment on the show on CBS called The Doctors. I'm not sure when it airs yet. I know they said the first or second week of January. So when we know, we'll make a video for you kind of announcing it so you guys can watch it. And yeah, so until next week.